All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and good morning to me. It is currently 6 o'clock where I'm at in Japan. So good afternoon. That means it's 3 p.m. down in the old United States. I am going to be leaving today, and be going to the United States, which is going to be pretty fun. I'm going to be visiting my parents and friends for Christmas. And got my bags all packed up over here. My Switch is on top. So I'm going to be taking that to work today. But until then, we will be... My poor little bear, he's got mushed up by this blanket. But yes, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good morning to anyone in Japan and in this side of the world. Today we're going to be writing... Whoa, didn't mean to smack myself. Today we're going to be writing more of Viable. And for those of you who do not know, Viable is a Copyleft manga that is made with freedom in mind. Whenever I was a kid, I wanted to make fan dubs of comics and anime. Some of you know, I try to make a fan dub of Nisekoi, but copyright made that very difficult for me. I wanted to make it to where it is not difficult at all for anybody who wants to make fan stuff of my comics. And so, the Copyleft idea was born. Basically, you are free to copy, distribute, and make derivatives of my work, so long as you give me credit by including a few details in the description, or on the tag of whatever clothes, or on the or in the credits of whatever movie or whatever, so long as you give credit to the original author, then you can basically do whatever you want, which is just lovely, right? If you are making a YouTube video and you want that YouTube video to be of, like, let's say you're making a fan dub again of Nisekoi. Not Nisekoi. You can't do it of Nisekoi. You want to make a fan dub of Viable, then you would be able to do so without asking me for permission, without asking me for anything. You just can do it, so long as you include credits and so long. Oh, why is my chair so low? Oh, here we are. So long as you include my name and my information in the credits, and we can go ahead and show you that. Yeah. Okay. So first thing we do, if you want to include anything that's related to my video, all you do is click on this website. You include this information: Copyleft Joshua Stevenson, that's me. Viable 2023, source viablemanga.com. Copyleft, this is a free work. You can copy, distribute, and modify it under the terms of the free art license. And then you include the free art license as well. So, if you would like to know more, go to viable.com. Viablemanga.com, sorry. Viablemanga.com. Go to the copyright section, and then you can see exactly what you're allowed to put and what you're not allowed to put. And you're basically allowed to do anything. It's pretty straightforward. If so long as it's legal in your country, you just need to include this tag. And if you're making a derivative, it needs to also be copyleft. So, for example, if your name is John Smith and you make a fan art of Lucy eating an apple, you would need to include this copyleft information in the description of your apple drawing. And anyone who copies and pastes your apple drawing would also need to put the same information. Copyleft Joshua Stevenson, Viable, source www.viablemanga.com. Copyleft John Smith, Lucy eating an apple, 2023 source, and then you put your image URL. That could be your Patreon, that could be your Kickstarter, that could just be a place where the URL is. And then Copyleft, this is a free work you can copy, distribute, modify under the terms of the free art license, and then include a link to the free art license. Yeah? And so that is all you need to do. You don't need to contact me, you don't need to pay me. You can make money yourself off of it. And so yeah, that is the idea of Copyleft. If you'd like to know more information, just go to the copyright information in my website. That is in the description. All right, so you can find it right here. If you'd like to have the documents that are going to be included in my writing for Viable, this, right? You just click on this, you go over here. You have miscellaneous art, which includes all of my drawings and different things. I'm going to show you like here. Yeah, all my drawings, my first draft of Lucy, my second draft, my concept draft of Vassa. I actually need to, my second concept of Vassa, because I really want to change that character design. We're going to be doing that pretty much immediately as soon as I finish writing the first chapter. We're gonna whip out the character designs and fix those. Lucy is probably going to stay mostly the same. I might change her nose or something, I don't know. And yeah, so there's that miscellaneous art. If you want that, I haven't made any rough drafts yet, but whenever I do that, that's where that'll be, of the chapter. And then the finished pages will be here as well. We don't have any of those yet. And then what we're working on today is the story, right? So if you want to make a copy of this, you can, and if you want to edit it, do it to your heart's content. Just whenever you publish it, or if you publish it, just be sure to include the copyleft information. Yeah. So there we go. Yep. So we've been working on. We've been working on some pretty heavy things regarding Viable. Viable's very, very fun so far. I'll get into the story. Vassa is a USSR detective, and a good one too. Due to a disastrous mistake in his career that involved the death of a young civilian, his public image was tarnished in his home country, the USSR. To keep him busy while the storm blows over, his superior transferred him to work side by side with Soviet Russia's closest ally, Japan. That might not make a lot of sense to you who are actual history buffs, so let's go over to why mine is a alternate history. What happened to Japan? Why is it allies with the USSR? Right? So let's click here. Inejiro Asanuma. This guy was a socialist, the Japan Socialist Party's leader, who held the group together like glue. Unfortunately, for the Socialist Party, he died. He got assassinated by Otoyo Yamaguchi. He got killed by this kid. And as a result of that, the party started to crumble from that point until eventually in 1996, the party was gone. And it says Asanuma's untimely death deprived the party of his leadership and thrust some other guy, Saburo Eda, into the leadership role instead. And Eda rapidly took the party in a more centrist direction far faster than the left socialists were ready to accept, and this led to growing infighting within the party and drastically damaged its ability to present a cohesive message to the public. For the rest of the 1960s and going forward, the number of seats the socialists held in the Diet continued to decline until the party's extinction in 1996. All right. Now, so that's a result of his death. But what if he never died? My story kind of explores that, and it shows that Japan becomes more socialist, more communist, and they branch away from the United States and become closer allies with communist China and Soviet Russia. So those are the things. that go on. And then now it is the 1980s. And Vassa is a USSR detective from the USSR, and he has been transferred to Japan, Soviet Russia's closest ally. A foreigner in a strange new land, Vassa begrudgingly works with the local policemen to both solve crime and intercept any coup attempts against the current ruling party, the Nihon Shakaito, also known as the Japan Socialist Party. Alright, so you can actually see this in characters. In my drawing of Vassa for the cover, I really want to redesign him, so that's going to be a thing. But yeah, same text. Then we have little Lucy, this little girl. She's also over here. Lucy is a spunky 6-year-old kid who suddenly appeared one day while Vassa was working on a case. And in fact, we're writing that case today, and we have been for the past week. Vassa quickly finds out that he's the only one capable of seeing her. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, he's the only one capable of seeing her. This was shown in our previous writing session, that he would be the only one capable of seeing her. Is she a ghost, a manifestation of his trauma? Either way, she's able to help him visualize things that would otherwise be impossible. After all, she's only in his head. So, that all being said, let's get into the story synopsis that we've gotten so far. Not the synopsis, but the basic rundown. Yeah, page 1 is going to show that famous photo of the assassination. And it's going to talk about the philosophical take on whether or not one life, on how a single life can affect the course of history. Page 2 and 3, a spread of the viable cast, similar to an old movie poster or a USSR propaganda poster. Page 4 through, I think, page 4 through page 4 through 13. Yeah, pages 4 through 13. They begin at a Socialist Party's politician's house, and in that house they discover Vassa and Hana, who is another detective. She discovers with him that the Socialist Party's son had been kidnapped, and they, through a bit of investigation work, they find out that the reason he had been kidnapped was because he was actually against his father in his political beliefs and wanted to join the party. However, as a result of his degenerative disease, he was unable to. As a result of his degenerative disease that put him in a wheelchair, he had been confined to his home for a long time, causing a rift between him and his father. And he had he had to have constant medication and attention, otherwise he could have died. And so, through this we discover that he doesn't have much time left, and now they're on the clock, right? So, they find out that in the house they find a letter that shows where the goodness, I'm yawning a lot. Well, it is morning, but even still, in his room, in Hiyoshi, who's the name of the boy, in his room they found a letter that had a coded message saying "message received," and Vassa asks, well, actually not Vassa. Yeah, well, I guess Vassa. Vassa through Hana asks the assistant of the house if she had gotten that mail, and she said yes. The mailman was a guy who's relatively old and had a habit of pushing up his glasses. So, page 13 through 16. I need to go grab some tea. I'm yawning. Pages 13 through 16 show them going to the post office, grabbing the guy, and taking him into the interrogation room. And so on those two things were the first two streams that I did. Stream 3 was the interrogation scene between, I think it was stream 3. I could check it out. Let's see. We can find out. Oh. Me and my tired state. Just going into these things. Playlist. Yes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so stream 4, we focused on the interrogation scene. And the interrogation scene basically got information out of the guy. And behind the interrogation room, through a one-way mirror, we find out that Vassa's superior is there. And so that's interesting, but we kind of just leave that hanging. And they start racing towards the hideout, starting on page 21. Start racing towards the hideout of the guy. Of where? Excuse me. So much yawning this morning. To be fair, I didn't get much sleep. But anyway. Yeah, I'm about to fly, and so I wanted to be able to sleep on the plane. And I also went out and bought Christmas presents. I took a nap, like a 2-hour nap. And then I stayed up until like 3 a.m. and fell asleep, and now it's like 5:30. So I only had like maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night. Not the best idea, but currently in America it's 3 p.m. and so if I can stay up until my plane flies away, which will be at 6:30 p.m., it would be as if I'm staying up until 3 a.m. in America. But I digress. Anyway, starting on page 21, they go to the hideout. We have this nice little scene here, showing the two characters' personalities, Hana and Vassa, talking on the way. Then we have an establishing shot of the hideout, pages 23 through 20. Well, till our current thing, till 34. They're at the hideout, and we get to meet a little girl named Lucy. And in this scene, they discover that Lucy, well, not they, Vassa, only Vassa, discovers that Lucy is a just a sweet little girl that is someone only he can see. He realizes that Lucy can't be seen by Hana, and he basically realized that he wouldn't be able to do pretty much anything about Lucy because she doesn't really exist. She's only in his head. And so, after a thorough search to find her, the police kind of give up, and because they still have an investigation to have. And so now they're about to go to the police HQ to look at the evidence. And during this time, they have another conversation. And here we have some more Vassa lore. And this is where we stopped yesterday. on page 36. Now this is page 36 out of 75. There is much more we need to write. Oh my goodness, I am so tired. But yeah, if anyone is here, say hi. Hello, I'm here. I'm gonna go ahead and message Caleb, let him know that I'm streaming. Again. More Vassa lore. Vassa lore. Sounds like a Harry Potter character. I'm Dumbledore. Hey Caleb, here's today's stream link if you want to join. Thanks again for always stopping by. Let me send him a smiley face. And send. Alright, so Caleb may be able to see it. If not, that is a-okay with me. We really don't have a lot of people in chat today. I think I only have 1 view, 0 concurrent viewers. That is okay. I typically like to bounce off ideas with people. The people who have been joining and saying hi and different things have been Rihanna and Imagine Rejector. Those two have been very helpful. And also Caleb as well. He's been very helpful. But yeah, I'm gonna let more people hop in. If no one hops in, that's all right. I might be able to just work on it for a little bit and then go to sleep for another hour if no one else shows up within the hour. So it'll be a shorter stream in that case. But if not, I'll just work on it. If people show up, I'll work on it until it's time for work. Because even though it's a Saturday for me, I have to work on Saturdays. So, and then from there, I'll be going to America. So I'll not be streaming for about 2 weeks. Yeah. And I'll start again. Let me look at the calendar. I'll start streaming again on the probably the 1st. No, I'm kidding. I'll be gone. Probably the 8th. I meant, yeah. So I'll probably stream again on the 8th. So today will be the last day that I stream this month and this year. And I'll be streaming again in 2 weeks, starting on probably the 8th. Yeah. So 2 weeks exactly is the 6th, but I'll still be jet lagged being back from America. So give myself some days to recover and come back on the 8th. Yep. So that's the main plan. Alright, for those of you who are watching the VOD, hi, how you doing? Good to see you, of course. But no worries, if you are not here today, just hop on next time, which will be in a couple of weeks. Yeah. I've been looking at my what's it called? Analytics? Yeah. Let me go ahead and do that. Go to my analytics on my channel. Do YouTube Studio. Analytics. And yeah. This week has been incredible when it comes to the amount of people watching, the amount of watch hours I've had, the amount of people watching. It's just been a lot of fun working with everybody on the streams, and it's updating live. That's pretty cool. I would say I'm still bleeding subscribers, which is fine. You know, I've been bleeding subscribers since I stopped making Nisekoi. But once this becomes more popular, I think it's gonna it's going to skyrocket. And if it doesn't become popular, that's okay too. But when it comes to straight up views, I think the shorts are doing the most work. When it comes to watch time, though, I think that the live streams are doing most of the work. And I got -1 subscriber from the live stuff. But let's look at what's this, research. No, we don't. Audience. Hello, audience. It's the Buskers. He started posting again. Yeah. Watch time and subscribers. Most of y'all who are subscribed have been watching, which is just great. Thank you. Most of you, but there is a good portion who are not subscribed who have been watching. I think that's also from the shorts, typically. We got kind of a 50-50 split with male and female, and pretty much all of you are 18 to 24. A bit younger than me. I'm 27, so I'd be in this category. But yeah, most of y'all are watching with no subtitles because we're watching the live views. And yeah, I got 406 unique viewers. That's nice. Yep. Wait, where's the content? I want to see the analytics of like the specifics. Is it this one? There it is. Okay. This is real time. But I want the watch time. Where's the watch time? Yeah, if you look at the 90 days, this is a big spike. Yeah. Watch time. Yes. But unfortunately, only having 46 hours of watch time isn't enough for me to earn anything off of YouTube. I have the subscribers, I have the amount of uploads I need every 90 days, but 30 is a far cry from 3,000, which is required to enable monetization. Not that I need it, I really don't. I just saw that and I was like, oh, that would be nice to have if I can make a little bit of money off of my live streams. But with that being said, how am I doing in copyright? Yay, no copyright stuff. That's good to see. Good to see. Any removal requests? We got Nisekoi. Yep. Yeah. Cool. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's get into the Vassa lore. Vassa lore sounds like a dinosaur. The Vassa lore. Okay, number 1. Should I make the wife Japanese? So I'm gonna go ahead and put a poll to my 0 viewers. Start a poll. Should Vassa's previous wife, what do you call the deceased wife? I guess previous wife? Should Vassa's previous wife be should Vassa's dead wife have Japanese ancestry? Okay, I'm gonna start that poll. Anyone who trickles in, I'm just gonna pop in and can start voting. I am my own viewer. Probably me. Yep. Okay. So, should Vassa's dead wife be Japanese? The reason why I say that is to make people think that Lucy is Vassa's child, which is a story route that you could go if you wanted to make your own rendition of my manga That would be fun. That'd be nice. Could totally do that. That's the beauty of Copyleft. Number 2. I had a number 2, but I don't know what I was going to write. She died in childbirth, yeah? Or maybe in a car wreck. I think the childbirth thing is just so tragic. I can't imagine losing both people that you've been so excited to get to know, and 2, you've loved for a long time. It's such a sad thing. So sad. Yoink. Alright. Today's tea of choice will be Rooibos tea, which is a South African tea that is decaffeinated and will not get me to wake up at all. But I'm thirsty. Gotta open it like a milk carton. I had to do that in school. Yes, so we're getting into Vassa's lore. Gonna be fun. Alright, so, we got a vote. We got a vote in. Haha, I mean, someone's watching. Who's watching? Is that you, Caleb? Imagine Rejector? Rihanna? Let's see. Yes, 1 vote. Good. Lovely. Good to see it. I'm gonna go with yes. That way people will think that Vassa... I don't know why I have 2 tabs of that open. That way people will think that that Lucy is Vassa's child. 2, Lucy's name. Should Vassa be the one to come up with it? I think no on this one, personally. But could make sense either way. The reason why I think no is because I think as Lucy is an actual person, as we'll find out at the end of the story, it would make more sense for her to have a name. But it could make sense that she doesn't have a name and that she is given a name by Vassa. So either one really works. I don't see... So I'm just gonna put yep. And that would have been their daughter's name. So we're gonna put yes on that, because we voted yes. Lucy's name, should Vassa be the one to come up with it? Let's put that in the polls. Oh, we have 2 votes. Caleb, what's up? I flipped the coin and said yes. Oh, it's Imagine Rejector. Here we go. We got people coming in. We got people trickling in. Yo! Oh, so you flipped the coin and said yes, but honestly, either sounds fine. I think so. Yep. I said yes. It was a flip of a coin. LOL. Okay, so we're gonna make Vassa's wife Japanese. Does Vassa come up with Lucy's name? Vassa. Let's do this poll. Lucy could be named after a character. Hey again, Imagine. Hey Josh. Hey Caleb. I am so excited to have you guys here. I am now 37 minutes into the stream. Or just be the name they heard, like, yeah. Lucille Ball. Let's see. Let's look up some famous Lucy characters. Lucy. Fictional characters named Lucy. They probably would read it in a book or something, yeah? Is Lucille Ball or Lucy Van Pelt? That's another one. I like peanuts. Lucy the dog. They named her after a dog. Lucille. I think Lucille is a, you know, and it can be shortened to Lucy. Lucille is the woman from I Love Lucy. Oh, okay. What is I Love Lucy? I've heard that before. I think my mom. It's an American sitcom. Lucy Ricardo was her character. Lucy Ricardo Ball. And it starred Lucille Ball and her husband. What? Very interesting. Huh. That would build mystery if he didn't come up with the name. But it could also have people believe that she is his daughter if she didn't have a name. And she just responds to whatever he calls her. That could be a thing. Hmm. 50-50 split. The crowd is what did he say? The crowd is torn. Yeah, that's what he said. Norm Macdonald, he said that in one of his skits. But maybe to keep the red herring I can't talk this one. Going, Lucy is her name, but it was a name that he likes. I'm shocked you know nothing about I Love Lucy. My family is obsessed, lol. But yeah, don't stick with that. Just my immediate thought. Or Lucy from the Peanuts. True. Do we discover her name right now? Ow, my foot. So maybe she had the name Lucy and Vassa thinks Lucy. I like that name. And it's another daughter red herring. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna discover Lucy's name whenever he's back at HQ looking at the evidence. Yes. By the way, in Japanese, sometimes little kids will say their own name first, right? So you notice this in like Spy Family. Anya will say, Anya, peanuts ga suki, ningen ga kirai. You know, like Anya likes peanuts, but doesn't like carrots. But you can also just say watashi or atashi, which is fine too. Little kids also use that. Little boys usually use boku. And men do too. It's just that in Tokyo, when they're older, they use ore. But in the 80s, I think they mostly just use boku. But all that being said, how do we find out Lucy's name? I think Vassa's gonna ask her at the evidence HQ, because they only had a little bit of an interaction so far, where she said, "I got you, and I'll help you." Those are her only quotes so far, really, outside of "I won hide and seek" or something. All right, so we're gonna go up with. Ooh, what should I decide? Should Vassa be the one to come up with Lucy's name? Well, when did... It would be a little strange, a little difficult, because in Russian, the Russian name equivalent of Lucy, because it's English and French, right? It'll be a little weird. They do have Russian Lucy, maybe Lucia, from like a Slavic word. Russian. Rush. Lucia Svetlata. I don't know how to pronounce that. Svetlana. So, Lucia. Yeah. I don't know if a Russian would come up with the name Lucy. But anyway, so if they were to name her Lucy, they would be fans of American pop culture during a time where the Soviet Russians were not a fan of America. So, I'm gonna go with probably no. We'll worry about it later. Alright, let's end that poll. And let's get to writing. Time to jump into the lore. Okay. Lucy, is she asleep? Is she asleep right now? I think so. Yeah. She passed away with my daughter and child. I'm so sorry to hear that, Hana said. It's okay. It was 6 years ago, so she would have been around that little girl's age. There's the red herring. Or thank you. How's that sound? You like that? The 6 years ago thing? Another red herring. How did he meet his wife? That's a new question. That's a new question. How did he meet his wife? That's weird. My YouTube studio is saying that there are 0 concurrent viewers now. I don't know if that's my lag or if that y'all are still here. But how did Vassa meet his wife? Because he wouldn't say ex-wife unless they were divorced. That's our new question. Potential possibilities include study abroad, I don't know why it does this. Right. Okay. And now there's 2. Immediately 2 came back. That's so weird. My YouTube studio is acting up. But yeah, how did Vassa meet his wife? Potential possibilities include a woman studying abroad. He met her at work. She was an accountant at his work or something. They met in the academy. She was a... Yeah, I'm not really sure. And why is she Japanese? Why is a Japanese woman in Russia? You know, maybe she was a tourist. Maybe he helped her on a case. That's an idea we could explore. Yeah, she was a woman studying abroad, and Vassa met her while on a case. We can do that. We can mix and match. Okay. I like diving into lore. Lore. There's silence for a moment. How did you meet your wife? How about there were rebels in a college and she was an informant of the college? 1980. So this story takes place in what year? 1980. That is the year that this takes place in. The 1980s, I haven't really actually said 1980 exactly, but it's like during the economic boom of the Japanese economy. Why is a Japanese woman in Japan? Maybe in Russia, right? That would be a better search. Why would a Japanese woman be in Russia in the 1980s? She could be a chess player. That's interesting. Japanese perception of the Soviet Union. They had a very low opinion of it. That makes sense. Yep. But should they be socialist instead? They'd probably have a higher opinion, and they probably wouldn't have done a lot. Wow, that's a lot of hate towards the USSR. And quite a little bit of hate towards the USA, but mostly indifferent. Russia was the only place that's just mostly hate. That's crazy. Yeah, at this time they were mostly pro-Western instead of pro-communism. But had the tables been reversed and they were pro-communism instead of pro-Western, probably would have had a higher opinion of Soviet Russia. And the reason why they had it bad was because of the refusal to solve Northern Ireland issues. We could maybe explore that, because there was the Northern Territory. Very interesting. The Liaotung Peninsula. Liaotung Peninsula. It's a northern province, northeast China. And Communist China was established. It was unified under Chinese rule, where it has been to this day. And it was a source of major fighting in the Russo-Japanese War. Very interesting. Don't know how I got into this rabbit hole. You just thought of something. Tell me. I want to know. Ah. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me about their amour. About their love. How they met. And how the tragedy happened. Yeah, in my head I'm thinking like, your wife was Japanese? Yeah, that's why the boss sent me here. After my scandal. Something about visiting her home country or something. Something. All right. Well, we're knee deep. We're knee deep in Vassa lore. Vassa lore just sounds like a dinosaur or something. Okay. She passed away with my daughter in childbirth. So sorry to hear that. Thanks. It was 6 years ago, so she would have been around that little girl's age now. I see. How did you meet your wife? Well, that's my new canon. Vassa lore is a dinosaur. Vassarosaurus was the mother. You know, Caleb, I actually genuinely want you to write this. Sorry, when AFK was getting food, my idea was that they met in 76 because Russia and Japan were negotiating peace. This is an alternate history. Yeah. So, the alternate history is that the Communist Party, they, yeah. Well, what was the peace negotiations about? Was it about the peninsula? Hold on. Japanese Russian peace, 1976. That's a beautiful encyclopedia page for just exactly what we're looking for. All right. Restoration of relations. So the reason why they didn't hand over the islands is because they signed a treaty with the United States. And so if we make it to where they got rid of the treaty with the United States, and eventually they would end their military presence. But in our modern society, they never did. They never did get rid of all of their military presence. We still have military bases in Okinawa. But in this history, they could have. I don't know if there would be Russian military bases now, but I don't think there would be. And in fact, it would be quite shaky with the United States and Japan should they not, be there. Because in their constitution, it says that the United States would protect Japan militarily. Yeah. Soviet Union began to openly warn that the Japanese peace treaty with China might jeopardize Soviet-Japan relations. And then they visited Tokyo to resume talks on the peace treaty. And they were mostly concerned about territory disputes. So if Russia got in on it before, then perhaps, and if Russia was allies with the Soviet Union in the 60s, 1966, which created the stamp, Hmm. Then I think they would be closer to Russia than China. Hmm. Hmm. Lots of history. Lots of history. Yeah, I think it's the idea that Russia became Japan's closest ally, and you know, America was trying to become more more have a stronger alliance with China during. Yeah, I think so. They're just friends. Um, China was trying to become more closer to America for economic reasons, and Nixon really bridged the Chinese things there. When was Nixon president? Richard Nixon. Well, he died in the 90s. He was president in 69. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yep. I think in this world, Russia just gave because Japan rejected the U.S. Russia just kind of gave them their islands, and so they became friends. We friends now. Hey. And now there's more of a power dispute between Russia and communist China. Very interesting stuff. So, does Russia have colleges? I'm pretty sure it does. Well, does the USSR have colleges? Did the USSR have colleges? One out of 5 enters higher education institutions for specialized training. Yep. They're very science-based. I remember that because they're atheistic. Whoa, in the 1970s and 1980s, approximately 99.7% of Soviet people were illiterate? Oh, we're literate. Okay. I thought it's... I was like, what? That's insane. They had colleges. Well, yeah, but they were dominated by Marxist-Leninist ideology. That makes sense. Cool. So they have... And they probably would have study abroad with Japan, yeah? Cool. And it was full of young people. So, there were rebel groups. There were rebel groups in a college in Moscow. I mean, Moscow's the only city I know. But I guess he worked there. There were rebel groups in a college in Moscow. She was a foreign exchange student. So we trusted her to give us information, to be our informant. I knew just as much Japanese as I did now, so it was hard to talk with her. Luckily, she learned enough Russian. That sounds plausible, yeah? I think that's plausible. I don't know. So much history. I just went down a rabbit hole of Soviet stuff. Yeah, I like that. Yes. How do we tell the audience that she's Japanese though? Yep. Okay. After we busted the capitalists' operation. We got to know each other pretty well during that mission. And after we busted the rebels' operation, she told me she was going back to Japan. Yeah. She was Japanese? Yeah. And she didn't have a way to stay in America outside of... since she graduated. That's why I offered her. That's why I proposed right then and there. She didn't have a way to stay in the USSR without her student visa, and she was graduating soon, so. I'm just making this up on the spot, by the way. Yeah, I meant to say Russia. I'm sleepy. Let me close this. Okay. Would it feel coincidental that he was reassigned to the country his wife came from? I don't think it'd have to be. I do think that the boss, his superior, specifically sent him to Japan because he had relations with his wife, because his wife was Japanese, and so that's why it's not really coincidental. He just wanted him to escape the scandal, and she wanted, and the boss, the superior thought it would be a good idea for him to visit his wife's roots, because it was obvious that he was still depressed about the miscarriage and tragedy, not the miscarriage, but the childbirth fatality. Yeah. Do. I say yeah. I think that's my Americanness coming out. She didn't have a way to stay in the USSR without her student visa. She was graduating soon. In fact, she confessed to me, saying she liked me. Yes. So she confesses to him, which is a pretty common thing in Japanese societies, which would surprise a man in a Russian society. I kept it professional, of course. Of course. But after we busted the rebels' operation, she told me she was going back to Japan. They didn't have a way to stay in the USSR with her student visa. She was graduating soon. So I popped the question. Thank you. Yes. I'm trying to like keep different cultures in mind. And the things I don't know, as you noticed, I jump into rabbit holes. We were celebrating So I told her she could stay and marry. She could marry me and live happily ever after here. If she wanted. Ah, that's romantic. I don't want her name to coincidentally be named Hana, though. Yeah, it'd be a common name, but let's come up with the name for his dead wife. Yeah. Okay. What should Vassa's dead wife's name be? It should be Vassalor. No, I'm kidding. That is Kaoru. Ah, that's good because like kaeru means to return, right? Kyoka. She didn't want to go home. What's kaoru? Kaoru. Meaning? Fragrance. Balmy. Balmy. It was a summon. Kyoka. Mirror. Ooh. Ooh, mirror. Very interesting. Let's make sure though. G-show. What's the kanji for kyoka? Funny thing is, the word kokuhaku means love confession. That's interesting. There's names. There's names. Kyoka. More names. All right, we got Kyoka. What do these kanji mean? Hollyhock incense. Don't know what hollyhock is. There's this one. Apricot, feathers, flower. Maybe it's not Kyouka, maybe it's Kyoka. If Vassa's wife's name was Vassalor, that would be hilarious. Hashtag names. Yeah, so it's Kyouka. Kyoka. So long O. Kyoka. Apricot change. Look up mirror or reflection or what would be something of like someone dying in childbirth, tragedy, sadness. Think of some words. Vassalor. No, names. Sorry, I gotta do hashtag names. That'll fix it. Yeah. No, it won't do it. It'll confuse G-Show. I'm so weird. Okay, how about mother? Oka-san. Yeah. Momoko. Mother child. Monica. Only Monica. I like how people say Monica instead of Monica. Because of the... Isn't that an American name? Monica? Motaira Mori? Ran Mori! Oh. Kogoro! From Detective Conan. Momoko sounds cute. I like Momoko too. Moya. The Hahajima Archipelago. Bokoi. Boko imamin. Boko iminami. Boko inima. Yeah, we're getting into weird things. Boni. Bonari no Totoro. Moe. No, we're not adding Moe. That will not be her name. Yeah, I think Momoko's... We're getting into some obscure names. I think Momoka is... Because I know a girl named Momoka, actually. A female given name. Most common is probably this one. I think Momo is Peach, which actually is a euphemism for boobies. Momoka. Yay names. Apricot. Beautiful, beautiful apricot. Yes, I had a friend named Monica, but actually I don't know if that's American. Monica. Name. Meaning. Latin origin. So yeah, it is American. But Monica is the Japanese way of pronunciation. It's like the Japanese equivalent. There's other Japanese equivalents. Like, if you ever heard of like Tori, for example, I think that's short for like Victoria, or some people are just named Tori. In Japanese, that just means chicken or bird. Tori, right? Nothing's really clicking. Nothing's really like, got him. I want something that's symbolic, but we can figure it out later. Now we're writing about it now. It's 7:30. I have an hour. Okay, hold on. Names. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. What should we do? Did I not loop it? I'm silly. I didn't loop it. Loop. Let's do mirror. That had a cool ring to it. Like a looking glass. Akira. Mira. Mirror. Mira. Ah. Shut up, Meg. Oh, it's funny though. Mira's a cute name. Relatively common. Akiyo. Kyosuke. I know Kyosuke. Lots of the mirror names are like male classified. Let's look at Mira. Let's see if that's a thing. Mirai Miki. Mirai Miki. Mira. The female given name. Yep, it's mostly female. Mira-chan. I did not mean to put that. There we go. Ocean empty. Empty ocean. Let's look up Kyori. Kyoriku. Yeah, I don't think Kyori is a common name. This one, yeah? Yeah. Let's look at names. Long distance. Details. Name. Nothing. How about like kaeru? We take this one. Kie. Kaito Kido. Or Kaiko. Kaiko is a good one. Yeah, that's a name. Kaiko. The girl who goes home, Kaiko. Child that goes home. The literal name. It's a way of saying she's dead, I guess. A lot of women's name end with child at the end of it. What do you think? Kaiko? Let's do a poll. We have quite a few options. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with Kaiko then. I like the I like being sad. All right, man, we haven't gotten a page. Ugh, that's a lot of text for one page. We need to figure out where to put it all. Maybe put it in another page. I like how the sun rises in the middle of my stream. Maybe after the silence for a moment. Ah. Yeah. Maybe. Ooh, sunrise. Sunrise? Sunrise? Okay. Iruma. Hinode. Yep, no word for sunrise that uses... I mean, that's just normal kanji. Days leaving, I guess. Or days entrance. Yeah. But I think Kayako is fine. Yes, she didn't have a way to stay music. And she was graduating soon, so I popped the question. I asked her if she'd marry me. Is getting down on one knee normal in Russia? Russians who propose at gunpoint? What? Russian proposals. How Russians propose. In more modest urban families, the engagement ceremony was not as lush. Usually it was a day of the official introduction of parents of the groom and the bride, followed by the blessing. Often the groom and the bride were blessed by a priest. They had an engagement ceremony. Ah, interesting. Or they just meet friends and family. Today it's normally skipped and replaced with a celebration dinner or party. Interesting. Yeah. Wikipedia article, let's go. How did they ask? Crowning? What? I guess they don't have a proposal thing. Because I know getting down on one knee is a Western concept. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering. Oh. Russian soldier rolls out a tank. That's pretty cool. Ask a Russian. Bro, just do it while sober. Or get drunk. Her parents first. So it seems very similar to America tradition. In America, the tradition is asking the father first. Of course, this is Reddit, so I'd take it with a grain of salt. Generally, no. You can at least use a grenade ring if she doesn't mind it. These people. But yeah, it looks like they have a celebratory feast, or they ask the family, or they announce the proposal. And it looks like, at least with the... proposal planning. Traditionally, Russian engagement customs involve only a few of the Western customs. Depending on the status, engagement might include a formal ball and feast, or it might only involve a small handful of family members. Okay, when the daughter of a Russian nobleman accepts her beloved's proposal of marriage, her father hosted an elaborate party. Okay. Engagement. Okay. Some sources say they always have that the ring was given during the betrothal ceremony in front of the priest. However, other sources claim that exposure to Western culture influenced the adoption of the engagement ring. Some report that in lieu of a ring, the man traditionally presented his sweetheart with a bouquet of flowers during the proposal. Maybe in different regions they all were true. In an intimate, private setting. Okay. So I got a bouquet of flowers and proposed. That was a lot of time just for one line, yeah? Sorry about that. I had to look into Russian proposal traditions. Because the Japanese proposal tradition is literally to just say, hey, I want you to make miso soup with me for the rest of my life. And then she'll be like, ah, senpai! Nah. And I'm dead serious, that's an actual thing. It's actually kind of funny. Japanese proposal, miso soup. Yep, one of the first things that pops up. Make me miso soup every day. Let's lie in the same grave. Yeah. So, that's a classic traditional Japanese proposal. It's funny. Would her parents approve? Good question. They could be dead. I mean, that was the case with my grandparents. My grandpa married my grandma, and she was an orphan. She had an aunt, though, so you know, that could have been a thing. But World War II was pretty wild. Lots of dead people. But also the 70s, they wouldn't have been... I mean, World War II ended 30 years, so they would probably have been alive. Probably would have been alive. Yeah. Yeah, so I assume her parents would have been alive. And, maybe she wrote a letter to her parents inviting them to come to Russia. And he asked for their approval. Or maybe he went to Japan. Now, we are getting a lot into Vassa's lore, but we also need to get into Hana's lore as well. I never thought that Vassa could have in-laws. He could be staying with them, you know? Which could be another reason why the superior sent him to Japan. But they wouldn't know any Russian. Yeah, long distances. Yeah. Do that, do what? The staying with the in-laws? He's teaching them Russian, yeah. Yeah. Or maybe they're very close too, you know? Or maybe they're tense with him because of her death, and also they don't know Russian. And so he's been trying to learn more Japanese. But it's been very hard on him. Yes. Yes, be pushy. Push me into the rooms. I think there would be more of an awkward sort of tension between him and his in-laws because of the death of their daughter. It's a big thing. It did. It did. Absolutely. No, it didn't come off as pushy. Not at all. Not at all. You're fine. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. Lots of thoughts. I had to go ask her parents, which was a trip. You've been to Japan before? Yep. Only for a few months, but... And asking her dad was not easy. I'd blame the language barrier, but he's a tough man. I'm going into Vassa's lore! Vassa's lore! And it is 8 o'clock. I only have 30 minutes! I feel like I didn't get much done today compared to the other days. But also, we learned a lot about Vassa today. Things have been awkward after she died. What did we say her name was? Shoot, was it Kaori? I mean... Toka? Kaiko. That was it. I think it was Kaiko, yeah? Hey Siri, turn on my lamp. Yes. I think it was Kaiko. I can rewatch the VOD, but I'll just put Kaiko. Hana breaks the silence. Hey. Sorry, I'm reading in my head. I should read out loud. There were rebel groups in college in Moscow. She was a foreign exchange student, so we trusted her to be our informant. We got to know each other pretty well during that mission. In fact, she confessed to me during that time, taking me by surprise and telling me that she liked me. I kept it professional, of course. Of course. But after we busted the rebels' operation, she told me she was going back to Japan. She was Japanese? What was her name? Oh, Wawa. There we go. Kaiko. And just like that, I put it in naturally. Now we have a name for the lady. Yeah, I'm very good at rapping. She didn't have a way to stay in Japan. Was it Kaiko? Yeah. She didn't have a way to stay in the USSR without her student visa, and she was graduating soon. The next day, I got her a bouquet of flowers and asked her to marry me. That's very romantic. Well, I had to go ask her parents, which was a trip. You've been to Japan before? Only for a month. Only for less, maybe not even a month, maybe only for less than a month. And asking her dad was not easy. I'd blame the language barrier, but he's also just a tough man, very overprotective of her, which I understand. Silence creeps up again. It's been a bit awkward. Uncomfortable. Since Kayako died. He's been too accommodating, I think. I imagine, like, the dad is actually really nice to Vassa because he understands it wasn't his fault. And he's just mourning. And so he's kind of like being a little overbearing and letting him stay at his place and different things. And like talking a lot more, but Vassa just doesn't understand anything. He's always asking. That'd be wholesome. Probably not in the way you think, though. He's sad, yeah. But he's very accommodating. Yeah. Yeah, but maybe Vassa is also anxious of whether or not he's angry since he saw him as tough, but in reality he's understanding. He always asks me to go fishing with him. Which I do on my off days. He doesn't know any Russian, so it's hard for me to understand when he speaks. So he told me that we should go fishing. Now that I'm in Japan. I stay at my in-laws' place. I stay at their place. He met me at the airport, told me to stay at his place. At their home. He grabbed my luggage before I could protest. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Well, this is a lot of conversation. This is the longest amount of like dialogue I think we've included. And it's just the man opening up. Yeah. I love it. I love this because it's natural exposition. Yeah, I think it's good dialogue, you know? It's not... Yeah. Like, clearly it's for the reader, but it's how people talk. True. I guess I'm pretty good at that, you know? I did write scripts for Nisekoi, so... some of the lines in Nisekoi were pretty unnatural because there were, like, a lot of anime references. Like, grow some spiky blonde hair and learn to believe it. I remember that one. Fun fact, there was a about Nisekoi. Caitlin, she's from up north, I think Wisconsin. She will hate me if I tell you this, but there's a line in Nisekoi, and it was, that's such a drag. That's the name. That was the line. She had such a hard time pronouncing drag. She pronounced it drag. So that's such a drag. And I was like, nope. Sorry, can you redo that line? It took her a while. But that's true, yeah. It's them getting to know each other. Some stories have exposition where kids would tell parents things the parents should know, just so the readers know. I agree. Yeah, it's pretty natural. It's just two adults having a conversation. I like it. I like it. Well, he sounds like a good man to me. That's my next thing I'm gonna write. You shouldn't feel bad for another person's understanding. Don't feel too bad. You're probably the only link to his daughter that he's had in years. Oh, that's true. I'm just... See, whenever I think of these characters, I'm just like... I'm saying words that I would say. Like, if a person was talking about their dad, their father-in-law like this, I would be like, well, yeah, but you're probably the only link to his daughter that he's had in years. That's something I would actually say. You know, it's not like I'm trying to, like, tell him, yeah, man, don't feel bad that he's being nice to you. You know, he's not gonna hate you. You knew about his daughter. You know, you were her husband. She's yeah, don't feel bad. It's you're probably the only link to his daughter he's had in years. Yeah. It's good. It's good. Good stuff. Lots of dialogue. I don't know how to break this up into pages. Yeah, you write the way you think. I do write the way I think. I whenever I'm writing, like any sort of dialogue, or even just like anything really, I say it out loud, and then yeah, I write it as if I were saying it out loud usually. Yeah. I even do that like with messaging, and I try my best to like keep grammatical structure, which is interesting because I know a lot of friends, they just, well, one friend in particular, he'll write things and say and, so, but, and make it such a long run-on sentence, and I'm just frustrated when I read it. But I tend to do my best to simplify it as much as possible. Yeah. I don't know either. Some manga have 1 to 2 text bubbles per panel, whereas some have like 4 speech bubbles. Yeah, it just depends on like what you're doing. Exposition. Yeah. So it could be a few pages, or not many. It could be a lot less than I think it'll be. Because I'm just, right now in my head, I'm imagining just like, bubble, 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 bubble. Like, where can I draw here, you know? But it's probably just not that bad compared to other things. Yeah, it's dialogue, so. Yep. Ita dialogue! Ita me! Dialogue! Yahoo! Appreciate that. The end! No, the silence. Alright, page. I'm putting it where I feel it. I don't even know if it'll work out this way. Because, like, whenever I'm drawing it, I might not have enough space, and so I might need to push it over. I want there to be exactly 75 pages, so that way it's exactly, like, you know, the same amount as chapter 2, but I guess I don't need it to be exact, or I can rearrange some things. Some things might take, you know, less space than I thought it would. So, yeah. Some things might take more. I'm pretty sure the dialogue's going to take more space than I thought it would. Well, who knows? It's just, you know. The silence. More comfortable this time. Comes again. Vassa breaks it. What about you? Any dead relatives we should know about? Oh, nothing like that. I've got my own stresses, but I doubt they're nothing close to yours. I'll try me. Well, we have the time. How can Dr. Vassa help you out today? Someone writes a medical spin-off. Yeah. It just straight up becomes House, like with Lucy like diving into doing all these crazy stuff. Lucy, can you imagine a heart for me? Like, no, Lucy, that's not what a heart looks like. Here, memorize all of these diagrams of the insides of a human body. Thank you, Lucy. She just imagines everything, and everyone's staring at him like, who's this guy talking to? Psychiatrist. Well, I'm the only police. I'm the only woman police officer here. Makes it kind of tough. Well, as you can probably guess, I'm the only female detective here. Ah, yes. Smelly men everywhere, yeah. Smelly men asking you out all the time? No, not that. The officers respect me since I could fire them. The issue is more of yeah. Oh, my brain, man. It's already almost 8:30. It's 8:20 now. I'll turn off all my alarms so it's not ringing. I probably should have kept my alarm on now. But this is where I think I should probably stop after I do this. So, That was a sneeze. That was a really loud sneeze. Ooh, yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright. It just got snot everywhere. It must have blew out the mic. My bad. But yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, the main issue is... And we're gonna end it there. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we'll learn more about Hana's backstory. We'll learn more about Hana's backstory. Aha. Alright, so, a few things. Number one, she is a part of the Japanese Socialist Party's inclusion initiative. Number two, and those are important elements that'll be important to understanding him. Oh, hey, you made awesome progress because you put lots of thoughts into fleshing out the MC's past. And those are important elements. Yes, I agree. I think that was really good. I fleshed it out a lot more than I thought I would. I didn't think that I would get into like in-laws and stuff. I didn't even know that I would have a Japanese ex-wife. Or not ex-wife, dead wife. And the fact that he's a widower, we decided that last stream. But that was such a good idea for him to be a widower, because that really speaks. You can make the logical conclusion. Oh, he's a widower. That's why he cares for children so much, because his wife died in childbirth. You know. And these are tragic coping mechanisms that are healthier than, say, you know, hating children because I couldn't have kids, which I think is kind of the direction that most people take when they're writing stories. I'm kind of going the opposite direction. I even do it with his father-in-law. His father-in-law took an opposite direction that you would think. He would hate him because he was there when he's the reason his daughter died or whatever. But no, I'm pretty sure most normal people would be much more considerate, you know. So that's kind of the thought process behind that. So in a way, it kind of what do they say? The Star Wars stuff. They subverted expectations. I hate that. Anyway, but I love what I've written. I think so far I'm proud of that. Breaking the mold, breaking the mold. Yep. So she's a part of the Japanese Socialist Party's inclusion initiative. The mold, breaking the mold. Is it mold? Mold? Breaking the. I think it's mold. M-O-L-D still. Yeah, or mold. Oh, it is mold. Huh. Or is it? It's alternate spellings of the same word. Mold is an American form, and mold is popular as a British spelling, just like color and color. Aha. So you were right in American. Ha! But yeah, breaking the mold, breaking the mold. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the new Star Wars stuff. I really like the old Star Wars stuff, but you're correct both ways, so it's all good. You make this American proud. Though if you're not American, you make your British people sad. I'm not sure where you're from, but yeah. I think you're American. I think you said you were American before, yeah. She is insecure about whether she is there for her own merits or to the party. Yes, you made your Americans proud by spelling it the correct way the first time. 3. We need to explain this in a natural way. Good. I guess with Lucy's name, we didn't really decide whether or not Vassa would come up with it, but I think it's fine if he doesn't, because that was kind of what I was leaning towards. All right, and with that, I'm ending the stream in like 2 minutes. Oh no. Yep. So thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you everybody for saying hi and dropping by. Thank you Imagine Rejector for all of your help, and Caleb as well for being a wonderful hilarity that reminds me of a lot of jokes you made. I made the reference to alternate universes having different things, which was really funny. That being said, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll be back in Japan on the 4th, and I'll have quite a bit of jet lag, and we'll be working directly after. So I'm going to wait until the 1st to start streaming again. So look forward to the 1st, and that will be the next time I'll see you, yeah? All right. Yep. Alrighty. Yep, thanks again for all your help and for all your inputs and for helping me write this. It's been fun. I'll see you next time, yeah? See you in a few weeks. Bye-bye.